As you all know, this is Let's Talk with Ava, my space to share my perspectives on adulthood, navigating adulthood, and having adult conversations. Which is why I want us to have a honest conversation today, because there's one thing I keep hearing that genuinely irritates me every time it comes up, and that is that men are polygamous in nature. Every time somebody says that, I feel my blood pressure rise a little because what exactly are we saying here? And before anybody comes to start shouting feminists in the comments, please calm down, relax, just relax. This is not about 18 men, it is about accountability. By the way, feminism does not mean that you hate men, it's just saying men and women should have equal opportunities, but let's never have that discussion. As I was saying, it's about accountability because I genuinely do not subscribe to the idea that men are naturally wired to cheat while women are naturally wired to stay loyal like emotional support puppies. That doesn't even make sense. Let me ask you something. Are men the only human beings with eyes? Are they the only ones that are capable of attraction? Have you seen the fine men? Have you seen the fine species of men? Like, I'm attracted to tall, dark, handsome men, like dark-skinned men. Have you seen the species of dark-skinned men? Like, even if you're not seeing them in reality, like me, because I'm not going out, but have you seen them online? Oh my god. So, are men the only ones that are seeing beautiful people everywhere? Because if we're being honest, there are all beautiful people everywhere. Every single day, you would meet or you see somebody that is finer than your partner, someone that is richer, smarter, more emotionally intelligent, more fashionable, more successful, someone that smells nicer than your partner, someone that is more your spec. That is life. So when people act like attractions magically disappear because you enter the relationship, I don't understand it. Women also notice attractive people. Women are not blind. Women are not robots that are programmed to suddenly lose awareness of beauty because they have a man. The difference is choice. Commitment is a choice. Being loyal is a choice. Being intentional about a relationship is a choice. You wake up every day and decide, this is my person, not because nobody else exists, not because nobody else is attractive, and definitely not because temptation has disappeared. You choose them. That is what commitment means. Which is why I get irritated when cheating gets framed like an accidental event. I made a mistake. Oh baby, I'm so sorry. It was a mistake. No, it was not a mistake. You made a series of decisions, because cheating is not one action. Cheating has stages. There's the conversation, the flirting, the emotional intimacy, the secrecy, the tension, the decision to continue. You'd meet up, you touch, then you remove clothes. So at what point exactly did the mistake occur? Because unless you slipped on a wet floor and landed inside somebody, I'm struggling to understand how this became an accident. And yes, human beings are emotional beings. I understand attraction. I definitely understand temptation. And I even understand that there are moments where boundaries start getting blurry. You keep pushing the lines of boundaries. Maybe you almost kissed somebody. Maybe you entertained attention longer than you should have. Yeah, human beings are flawed. But the full act of cheating, the sexual part of cheating, is intentional. Even if a gun was held to your head, you still made a choice. I need us to stop acting like people lose motor skills and consciousness when they cheat. You knew what you were doing, please. And honestly, I think society keeps pushing this men are naturally polygamous narrative because it benefits men. Simple. Like I said, I don't hate men. Do you get? I don't hate men, but let's be honest here. Society places higher value on men. Society creates excuses. It creates room for nonsense, because once society decides something is natural, accountability disappears. And women have been conditioned for years to tolerate behavior that they would never be allowed to get away with themselves. So a man would cheat and everybody would say, men will always be men. That's how men do. Forgive him. At least he came back to you. It was just sex. Ha. Just let a woman cheat once. One time, suddenly everybody becomes a moral police. Suddenly loyalty matters. The relationship is destroyed forever. But because society has normalized male betrayal while demonizing female betrayal. And what kills me is the hypocrisy of it all. I'm not in any way supporting cheating, but it's so hypocritical. A lot of men who scream men are polygamous cannot emotionally handle the idea of their woman entertaining another man. Just let that woman post a man's picture on her status and write happy birthday dear or something dear. A man that they don't know. You would see how they will start flaring up. They cannot take it, they will lose their mind, because deep down, everybody understands that betrayal hurts. Everybody understands that disloyalty feels disrespectful. So why do people keep pretending cheating affects a woman less? I've even heard people say that a woman can forgive cheating easier because men are naturally polygamous. What type of nonsense logic is that? So because society normalized male cheating, women are expected to absorb pain better. Are we pain absorbers? Are you whining me? Another thing that genuinely confuses me is the statement people of to throw around that a man can love you and still cheat on you. I'm sorry, I personally do not believe that. I don't. Because what is the definition of love? How are we defining love here? For me, love is consideration, love is restraint, love is respect, love is care, love is awareness. So if you truly love somebody, you would not intentionally do something you know has the capacity to destroy them emotionally. You would not knowingly inflict pain on somebody you claim to treasure. And please, I don't even want to hear that humans are flawed. No, there's a difference between imperfection and betrayal. There's a difference between forgetting to text back and sleeping with another person. These are not in the same category of offense. Cheating is not only physical, it is emotional violence too. It damages trust, damages safety, it damages confidence. It makes people start questioning themselves unnecessarily. So when somebody says he loves you but he cheated, I start wondering what version of love we are talking about. Because if your actions consistently dishonor, disrespect, embarrass, and emotionally wound somebody, at what point do we stop calling that love? And yes, I think people confuse attachment with love. Some people are attached to you, some are comfortable, some enjoy what you provide emotionally, some people want access to you, but genuine love, that love considers, that love thinks ahead, that love asks, how would this affect the person I claim to care about? So before somebody says, so people who cheat never love their partners, I think some people love selfishly. So you can cheat on your partner, maybe love the person. I don't think there's love, but yeah, it's selfish. Because selfish love says, I love you, but I love my desires more. I love you, but I still want access to other people. I love you, but not enough to discipline myself. And I don't know about you, but that doesn't sound romantic to me. Please. It sounds unfair. Before we even... Okay, let's even talk about marriage vows for a second. When people stand before God, family, and friends, and everybody's wearing ashwebi and taking pictures, what exactly are the vows? To have and to hold, forsaking all others in sickness and in health. Please tell me, where did forsaking all others become, or where did we insert side chicks and secrecy and booking hotel appointments into forsaking all others? When and where did that happen? Because sometimes I think society has normalized cheating so much that people no longer sit down to think about how absurd it is. You entered an agreement with somebody, you promised exclusivity, then you broke the agreement, and society is telling the other person to manage as what, Yakub. And this is where I always say people should be honest about the kind of life they want, because there are religions and cultures where polygamy is openly practiced. At least there, everybody knows what is happening. The woman knows, the man knows, the structure is clear. I may not personally want it, but at least there's honesty there. But what irritates me is pretending to want monogamy and behaving like you want polygamy. Pick one, like pick a struggle. And even within the religions and cultures that allow multiple wives, there are still men who choose to remain with one woman for life, which tells me something important. Polygamy is not some uncontrollable biological curse, it is a choice. Because if it was truly impossible for men to remain committed to one woman, then faithful men would not exist. But they do exist. So, what are we saying? Men who are loyal exist. Men who respect boundaries exist. Men who remain committed. Men who do not entertain every passing attraction exist. So, clearly, this thing is very possible. People simply choose what kind of partner they want to be. And personally, if a man says he's polygamous by nature, okay, baby, no problem. I'm also capable of attraction by nature. The difference is I am choosing you intentionally. So if I'm making that choice consciously every day, why should you get an applause for failing to do the same thing? Nah. We need to stop dressing up selfishness as biology. We really need to stop, because attraction is natural, temptation is natural, but betrayal is still a decision every single time. Ciao.